If you've learned scales, but your solos still don't sound musical, this is where it actually starts. Today I'm going to show you the best 4 notes to build real blues rock solos, and they sit right in the middle of the A minor pentatonic scale. Stay with me, because in a few minutes I'll show you how to use this over a backing track and give you some great practice tips so you can put this in your playing today. These 4 notes sit right in the middle of the A minor pentatonic scale. Most players just play up and down the A minor pentatonic scale and go right past this great group of notes. You don't need more notes, you just need a better starting point. So if we look at the full A minor pentatonic scale in the first position, the root note in the 5th fret here of the low E, those 4 notes are grouped right in the center. I have the root note colored in red because that's your home base. And I want to look at this as home base, a home base box that you can always come back to. And we're going to build on this. The secret isn't the notes themselves, it's how you play them, where you resolve. The most important note you play is the one you resolve to. If you get anything out of this video, I want you to get that. Make it a point in intention to resolve to a note that sounds good. Now, once this box feels comfortable to you, we're going to build on this. First, there's 5 notes in a pentatonic scale. Penta meaning 5 repeating notes within this A minor pentatonic scale, and we only played 4 in this box. There's one more note in the pentatonic scale, and that's an E note. We're just going to add this. There's an E note right here in the 9th fret. And using this sliding motion is a great way to get that to sound musical. Slide up, slide down. And always, in all these pentatonic positions, you have a blue note in between those 2 notes. Right there is some great music to be had, and you could improvise over the track itself just with that, and I'll show you that coming up also, and also some practice tips I've got coming up for you. Now, I said we're going to build on this. This is, again, within the scale, this is home base. But the same structure is 1 octave down. And then we add what we already learned. And now there's 1 more. And remember, in between those 2 notes, D and E, there's a blue note. Great way to practice. Expansion of a phrase or a group of notes works best when you know where home base is. Let's listen to this in context. quickly look at the chords in this backing track, and I'll leave a link for this track. It's a great track to practice the A minor pentatonic scale. Really fun. So we have the A minors, first chord, G major, F major, and then E7. And there is just a little, in the track, there's this little group of lead fills. And it's just hammering on with your pinky. You take your pinky off of each chord and hammer on the G string. And this isn't a video about rhythm, but knowing the rhythm is really important in creating good lead guitar solos. And the G, you get your pinky off there, hammer on the G string, leave everything else there. And I'm kind of, as I hammer on the G string, I'm hitting the G and B strings. That's fun in itself. There's a lot of fun music to be had just playing the chords. So as you heard in the little improvising there, I just used the 4-note grouping that we learned in the beginning of the video to do a lot of the soloing there. A minor chord. You have that A note and you have the C note. Just ride those for the first chord. You have a G coming up. You hit that D note or the G note because they're both in a G chord. Not going to get deep into theory, but this little box, you can follow the chord changes. And then you have an F coming up. And the A and a C note are both in an F chord. And then there's an E coming up. When you bend a full bend here in the 7th fret of the G string, it's an E note. You're bending, so obviously it works perfect with an E chord, but you're still just using that little box. So all I was doing is expanding that with that extended pentatonic scale. Using that blue note. And you have the bends. It's the same thing as this little box. You have all kinds of options, but now that you have the slide move and 3 different positions of the A minor pentatonic you're just using little pieces of them, it starts to sound musical. And then as I got up here, I just did a brief extension of one more position. This is a great kind of Billy Gibbons sound there. So I'm pivoting off of this A note. 10th fret of the B string, then sliding from 12 to 15 on the E. And then you hammer on and pull off. Hitting 15 on the B. But you do it a little faster. Sounds like a little Clapton. And then walk down. 12, 11, 10, 8 on the E string. Back to home base. And you can walk right up from the lower strings to this little box. So 7-9 on the A string, 7-9 on the D string, and then landing on the 9th fret here on this E note. And then you can do another group of notes from that familiar box, the same thing. So here's the practice challenge. Let me give you some tips here, because this changed how I play lead guitar. This extended pentatonic and these little box shapes, this opens, when you start to learn where those home bass notes are in each box, it just really opens up the fretboard. So the challenge is to, I'll give you a link for this backing track, play that box, stay in that box only for a couple rounds of the progression. And you will make those, if you keep doing it, if there's notes that sound bad, don't play them. If there's notes that sound good, tackle them and make them your own. And I gave you some ideas here how to do that. Just simple phrases. Getting back to home bass here. Again, the most important note you play is the one you resolve on.